back here through Carpenter, and Umberger going to make contact. Caution flag going to come out.
Junior number 15 ride's going to be coming out on the speedway already, and Rodney Martin Jr. actually had a really good run last night at Natural Bridge Speedway. I think he finished around the top 5, top 10 rolling out. He was the only car up there able to work to the outside of the speedway, but man, if you guys have not watched the DirtRichTV recap on that race, you missed a thriller at the end of it. Only 2 yellows, nobody got junked up real bad, and it was a good night of racing. But while we're here at the Wythe Raceway once again, the American All-Star Series, we got hoodies, shirts, and t-shirts and everything for sale over there on the underneath the blue tef. Go see Big Kevin, and if you want to know what a shirt looks like, I'll come down in the crowd and be a bit of a mascot for you. As we are ready to go, is Ronnie Martin Jr. in that number 15 ride going to be on the front stretch, and I see that number 17 also in the infield. That's going to be Hayden Cardwell. Brandon Umberger in the house here tonight in that number 12 machine. He won at Beckley Speedway last night. Benji Hicks in that number 55 in that double nickel race car machine is also there. You got Llewellyn in that number 10 ride going to be there. Trevor Size, Matthew Porter coming out on the speedway. Dalton Jacobs in that 7DJ machine will be there on the inside. So we have 35 American All-Star Series Pro late models here tonight, and the sun is going to be finally setting, and we are ready to go for hot laps here tonight for the American All-Star Series. Tim, how excited are you here for tonight's event?
Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. Race fans, let's make some noise for these American All-Star drivers out here doing their heat laps here.
Alrighty, so we're getting ready to go as Rodney Martin Jr. is going to be coming out there on the front. Fred has done a really good job here with this facility, building it and things like that. How, and the history with Fred, you know, if you go up and talk to him, man, he will tell you so many great things. He's done a great job with this track. Tim, what are your thoughts?
Fred loves the history of the track from the beginning to the end. Fred's always involved and always doing his best to make sure that the race fans and the racers have a clean, safe race every week.
Well, we're getting ready to go here for our second session of Hot Laps coming out as more American All-Star Series late models are coming out on the speedway. I see Zach Size, that number 9 machine. He had a fairly good run last night at Natural Bridge Speedway, finished 3rd. And you also, I believe that's Jack Brown in that number 26 machine. Mac McCarter in that number 51 machine. The last time I seen Matt McCarter was the thrilling race at Bulls Gap in that number 51 machine. I put on a spectacular show. I believe that's going to be Bradley Welling in that number 10 machine as he will be on the speedway. Also, last time I saw him was at Bulls Gap Speedway. And if you guys don't know, Fast Time Bobby's over here doing some scoring for me and for Fast Time Promotions. And he's got a lot of hoodies, he's got a lot of t-shirts and things like that. They are built to last. And, you know, usually most t-shirts and that doesn't do that anymore, but Joseph does a really good job getting us that quality gear that you guys will be proud to purchase over there. So make sure you get yourself some of that awesome gear. Well, we're going to wait for that sun to go away, and then we're going to get some awesome shots here tonight. Peeping Dragon Photos out here. Tara's out there tonight. She usually gives me a wave, but I don't know. Can't see her right now, but she's getting some good shots of the American All-Star Series late models here tonight and some of the sport classes over there at Peeping Dragon Photography. How about last night's winner going to be on the front stretch? That's going to be Jeremy Steele as he won last night for $5,000 to win at Natural Bridge Speedway. You got the double O from the BHR 55 fabrication. That's going to be Kendall Tucker. Here we go. It's going to be the 44, John Rogerio Jr. I think he finished 4th last night at Natural Bridge Speedway. Keithan Smith comes back in the Aiken Ridge Landworks number 7. And after that, you got the 14. That's going to be the veteran land management. It's going to be Bryson Fleming. You have the 66 of Preston Dimsdale. There's the TNT Race Cars number 8 machine of Chris Chandler. And the 37Z of Philip Ramirez going to be on that car. As here we go. As here comes the number 14 around as well. One more time. That'll be Josh Owenbay going to be out here tonight. Field continues to make their way around the front stretch for here to the American All-Star Series. So far, it's going to be all Hayden Cardwell out there with a 17.631. Trevor Size, second quick at this time. As we continue on to rock and roll here for more quad laps. Again, 35 American All-Star Series Pro late models, one of the biggest fields here at the Wythe Raceway for the American All-Star Series. As we got a little bit of moisture on the speedway, a little bit of a passing shower, but we are continuing on, just be a little bit of a cloud as Hayden Cardwell still quick time overall with a 17.631. As it's going to go to Trevor Size, you'll have Zach Size, Benji Hicks, and Jack Brown still going to be your top 5. as we are green flag here tonight. So Hot Lat's going to be over here. First 4 cars out here for Hot Lat so far, as that's going to be the number 7 machine. He will be, that's Dalton Jacobs. He'll set the bar with a 19.837. Brad Ramirez with a 19.990. Bryson Fleming with a 20.066 at this time, as the field continues to make their way around the speedway here for warm-ups. And, you know, this has got a new racetrack here after a little bit of rain shower. Wythe Raceway did a really good job getting this racetrack back to racing condition, as Dalton Jacobs still in the 18s at this time. It's going to be Rodney Martin Jr. there with an 18.565. You have Bryson Fleming. It's going to be Rodney Martin Jr. now second quick in the 18.565 brackets. Now remember, the last lap times we were having were in the 17.6s at this time. Checkered flag waves here for Hot Laps for the first session, and it's going to be Dalton Jacobs out there with an 18.264. Rodney Martin Jr. going to be with a 18.565. Philip Ramirez in the 37Z with a 19.343. Alrighty, so our first session of American All-Star Series Hot Laps. Hey, Tim, so far we're only looking at the 18s and between Jacobs and Rodney Martin Jr.
We ain't far from the 17s, though. At 18.264, that's awful close to a 17. I still think we're going to see it here tonight.
Well, Jack Brown out there at that number 26 rod. You got Keaton Smith out there from the Egan Ridge Land Works. Good to have him out here tonight. I believe you got the number 10 machine out there as well. And we are trying to find out who exactly that driver. That's Spencer Apple out there down on the backstretch. It's going to be that number 51 machine. Will be also coming out on the speedway on top of things, and I'm trying to get that name. I can't quite remember it. I haven't seen him in a long time, but as you got Matthew Porter, how about Hayden Cardwell at number 17? The best plumber, number 21, John Ellis, and Brandon Umberger out there at that number 15, at that number 12 machine. Last night's winner at the Beckley Speedway, and your pick to get it done here tonight?
That's the hometown boy of Royal Retreat, Virginia. We got to cheer him on.
Oh, boy. Before the reset was a 17.6. So, once again, a new fresh track, maybe a little bit of uncertainty. So far, as we have more American All-Star Series drivers getting ready to come out on the speedway, the PPM Racing Products XS Batteries, number 73, that's going to be Trevor Size. After that, you will have the number 4, that's going to be Ryan Smith. Now, Ryan Smith's got a brand new crew chief underneath that hood on that car here tonight, and he's been looking a little bit better. We'll see what he can do here tonight. He's still trying to track down your current point leader, Tyler Arrington, and Smith is just right there. He just cannot get it done here so far. He's got a couple of string events, and Arrington has just been ahead of him so far, so he's going to be tough to beat. So Smith's going to have to pick up the pace here a little bit and beat Tyler Arrington here for the next 5-6 events we have left for the American All-Star Series.
To the staging area.
Well, our final, you were right, Tim, by the way. That's 17.437, so we did break the 17.5. Now the question is, now they got this racetrack now started to get a little more, wear into it and vice versa. The real question is will we see a 16 in qualifying?
That's going to be a tough decision there, but this track will get faster and faster. So it is possible right here at Wythe Raceway.
As we are ready here tonight, as we have more American All-Star Series late models coming out here. Matthew Porter's out there. How about last night's winner, Jeremy Steele, in that number 22 machine? Ross White going to be joining us here in that number 0 machine. Well, there's our current point leader there. If you want to know why he's the current point leader, he's got a yellow spoiler. That's Tyler Arrington in that 002 machine in the car carrier out of Honeacre, Virginia. And we'll see what he can do out of this one. Trent Ivy's in the house here tonight in that 4G, the super late model driver. He's right here in front of us here tonight. He did a pretty decent job at Natural Bridge Speedway as the green flag is going to be waving for the final session of the American All-Star Series Hot Laps. As times are ready to go, Josh Chesney's out there as well. You have the number 8 of Joe Liebel going to be on the speedway. And we continue on rocking through. Trevor Size with a 17.437. Going to be the quick time overall. Zach Size with a 17.672. Hayden Cardwell with a 17.809. Tolson, Lowe, Kendall, Tucker, Brandon Umberger, Jack Brown, John Ellison, Ryan Smith, and Dalton Jacobs so far the times. As we continue on racing here, we'll get some lap times, and so far nobody has come close to Trevor Size and Zach Size this time, with Hayden Cardwell for that third spot, as times are continuing to click on the boards, as I am getting nothing on the boards. So far still showing Trevor Size out in front with a 17.437. As your hot laps continue to rock and through, it's still all Trevor Size this time with a 17.437.